the jewelry jar that I got from Steph at the Steph Style. I'll link her channel in the description of this video. But a while back, actually just a couple of weeks ago or so, she offered up jewelry jars, and she doesn't actually ship the jewelry in the jar. She took it out of the jar to save for weight on shipping. But this is a large box. It's about 12 by 10 by about 8 inches tall. And it's a little heavy. So I'm going to see what's in here and offer these items up for sale today. I opened the box off camera because it's way too big to fit in my small light box. But Stephanie included a card that says, "Thank you so much, Misty. I hope you love the jewelry. Wishing you a season filled with peace and love." So I'm really glad to have made Stephanie's acquaintance here on YouTube, and she's really sweet. She's a sweetheart, and I am blessed to be able to call her one of my friends. And so this is pretty heavy. So here it is. It's all wrapped up in the large bubble wrap. Looks like there's another note inside. Or no, that's just a note, I guess, to herself to let her know that I'm the one that ordered this particular set. So it wasn't a random jewelry jar. She showed them like the way you would see them in the store. Like she showed you just from the outside what each one looked like, and she just had them numbered 1 through I think 10 or so. And Pat Garza actually opened one of those either, let's see, last week. Yeah, I think it was last week that Pat opened one that she had gotten from that same show of Steph's, and it was really, really good. So I have high hopes, well, not high hopes, high expectation, I guess. I don't know, expectation might be the wrong word. Not that I, lay an expectation on Steph, but I just know Steph. So that's what I mean when I say that these will be really, really great things. Can't wait to get into these. So let's do it. My name is Misty. My channel here is Misty at Skeeter Jones, and I sell on eBay and here on YouTube. Oh, this is a nice Omega chain. I sell on eBay and here on YouTube. And that is where I met Steph, is right here on YouTube. If there's anything in this lot that you're interested in, just email me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will work it out there. First off, this is gorgeous. Not much sign of wear at all. It has a little bit of, I don't know, maybe hairspray or something on it that can be wiped down very, very easily. But as far as like tone loss or scratching or anything like that, I don't really see much. It has this nice shepherd's hook closure. And that's one of the first places that wear would begin to show, is the areas that are handled the most. And I don't see any tone loss at all right there. And it's this beautiful Omega chain choker. I'll give you an end-to-end length on it, because when something's round like that, it's really, like a drop length doesn't really give you a good idea. So it's probably not a whole lot more than choker length. Yeah, so it's about a 14.5. And then you have an extender that's a couple of inches long. Let's see, yeah, about 2 inches. That gives you another 1 inch of drop. So it'll be roughly, I guess you could consider the drop to be around 7 inches or so. This is definitely choker length. But here it is. Nice. I just love the way Omega chain just sort of flexes like this. It's sort of rounded on the top side, sort of flatter right here on the side that would be next to your skin. And it's gorgeous. Very simple and very, very beautiful. And it won't fit in this little bag that I brought for it, I don't think. Yeah, I'll be able to fit it in there temporarily. So that's going to be number 1. And we're going to do number 1 right here for We're going to do that one for $5. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, off to a stunning start with this gorgeous Omega necklace. Oh, it does fit in the bag very easily and very nicely. Okay. I'll try to just put a little handful at a time. Oh, that's another note. But garnet, so I wonder if this metal here is sterling. It looks like it could be. Okay, there's some thread here at the ends, which could use a little bit of cleaning. And I can definitely do that. And then there's sort of this metal beaded end cap. This is gorgeous. This looks artisan made. You can see a little bit of the threading or wiring at the end right there that goes underneath these little caps. And then we have garnet. Little chips that just look like little pomegranate seeds. How beautiful. Well, of course, this means I have to get out the gem eye, so I'll be right back. While the camera was paused, I went ahead and turned it on and got it calibrated. So let's show you. And I'm not testing because I don't trust Stephanie. I'm testing just so you can see the results of the test. And there we go. Garnet tourmaline iolite. It's high on that line. And that range right there is where it showed up, which is exactly where we would expect. And then let me go get my testing acid so that I can see if this is sterling. Okay, here's the bar. With that kind of scratch, I would be surprised if it is not sterling. When it makes the scratch very easily, and then the scratch is also really bright and reflective like that. In my experience, those are good signs. And there we are. So it's garnet with very beautiful, probably vintage, I don't know, maybe even antique, garnet and sterling necklace with these very gorgeous little garnet beads threaded together, hand threaded. If you can see inside there what that means. This could not have been done, obviously, by a machine. It took someone some of their time, their handiwork. The most precious thing any of us have is our time. And someone spent some of theirs, a lot of theirs, making this and doing a very excellent job at it. So this is stunning. So 925, I don't think these little end caps are. These little cone-shaped things. Let's see what kind of scratch they make. I don't know. Maybe on those? All I can get is a little scratch here close to the edge of the stone just because of the... There we go. I'll check it and see. I should have done it on the first go around with the toggle. And actually it is. Wow, the little caps there at the ends of the necklace are also sterling. So these are sterling and the toggle closure is sterling, and I guess I should have maybe checked this while I was at it, but I doubt that is. Okay, so this has a drop measurement of 7 inches. So it would hit very high on the neck. I think choker is 6 inches. So the Omega chain wouldn't really have been a choker, but it'll sit high on your neck. This would sit high on the neck as well. And it's absolutely stunning. So the price on the beautiful, definitely vintage, possibly antique, garnet and 925 necklace. That's going to be number 2. And we are going to do that one for $20. And it's absolutely beautiful. Now it needs some cleaning. I will not put this in the ultrasonic just because of those threads. I don't want to do any damage to those. So I will clean this very meticulously by hand just to make sure that it's nice and schmutz free for whoever buys it. But there it is, and it's absolutely beautiful. Wow. So right out of the gate, I never would have expected to get something like that. Wow. Okay. Oh, I was digging in the bag. I forgot that I had things right here. So this is another stunner. This is definitely a statement necklace. Gold tone with rhinestones on it. Let's get it all untwisted off of itself. Has a small senorita clasp, not the really large J. Crew style, the smaller one, which I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting okay. Is it really that twisted? Because every time I try to turn it, it turns again. And then oh, there we go. And then all of the links are actually sort of attached to each other on the back. There we go. See, this is where they're attached to each other. If you can see that, there's a little ring in between each one. And it just got twisted upon itself. There we go. There we go. Okay, that took a minute. But here it is. Look at that. That's a stunner. That is gorgeous. So it's this very nice gold tone, which just like the Omega chain, I don't see wear on it. I don't see scratches on it. This looks new. Honestly, it looks new. And you have these large links with rhinestones on each side so that they match up as you go down. So there's 2 rhinestones next to each other because there's one on each link. And these links are over 1 inch across, and they are almost 2 inches this way. Well, maybe about 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches this way. The drop on this is, it's going to be another one that sits kind of high on the neck. The drop on this is about 7 inches. And then you have an extender that's about 2 inches. This beautiful senorita clasp. And lots of gorgeous, gorgeous gold tone. Wow. We're only 3 in, and I'm so impressed by this box already. So number 3, and that one is going to be $6. Definitely $12 to $15 is what I'm going to put this on eBay for. If it doesn't sell here, that is. If you're new, then you or haven't heard, if you're new, that my prices here on YouTube are generally about half, anywhere from 30% to half of what I would charge if it gets listed on YouTube. I mean, if it gets listed on eBay, it's about 30% to half here on YouTube of what I would charge when I list it on eBay. And I only list it on eBay if it doesn't sell within a reasonable amount of time here on my channel. So let's see, is this 1 or 2 things right here? This is a layered necklace. Let me come off camera to get this untangling done. So I was right, it is a layered necklace, and this is a silver tone, which is in great condition. I don't see any tone loss on it, so it's sort of a matte silver tone. You have this rope chain, and then these black and sort of smoky colored beads. And this enameled, black enamel and rhinestone and silver tone pendant. And the pendant is pretty heavy. Got this neat swirl design on it. And that is a heavy pendant. See, I'll have to come out of the light box to give you a length on it. So on the longer layer, which is the pendant layer, it's 13 inches on the necklace, 13-inch drop. And then on the beaded layer, it's a 12-inch drop. The pendant is another about 1.5 inches of drop. And there's not an extender on it because it just doesn't have an extender. So I don't know where I was going with that. But there it is. This is how it goes from the back. Has this nice detail on the back with the little black beads. And then about this far down the beads begin with the beaded layer. And then it comes all the way down. And then the pendant hangs about 1 inch lower than the beaded part because the drop, that there's an inch difference in the amount of drop there on the two layers. But there it is. That was really, really pretty. And we'll do that one. Let's see, we're on number 4 now. Way, way too early for me to already get mixed up where I am and start double numbering. This one's going to be $4. It can use a cleaning, and it will definitely get one. Okay. I'm super, super impressed, as I know you probably are too, with this lot. And we're already only, what, 4 or 5 in? This is our 5th one. Let's see. 1/4 inch, 1 1/4 inch sterling silver earrings. Okay. Looks like somebody was selling those for $40 at some point. Let's see, what is that? Let's see if that's a stone. And of course I'm going to check these. The last time I tried to think that there something clear like that was a rhinestone, it ended up being a bunch of pave set diamonds. Okay, so this is a stone, and it goes into the garnet tourmaline iolite range. It did anyway before I touched the metal on it. And then let's check these tiny stones here. The needle's moving a little bit, but I knew that I had touched metal. Okay, these little stones are just glass. Yeah. But we do have a gemstone here in these sort of blushy, sort of peachy pinky colored little stones here at the bottom. These are teardrop shaped dangles, like that. And then hanging from a little teardrop shaped setting with all of these little pave set stones in it. And here is the 925 mark right there. Let's go ahead and show you a test on those. I'm blessed to be able to buy from some people I can trust. So I'm not testing. You've heard me say it a lot with Jeanette's boxes. I'm not testing because I don't trust them. I'm testing just so that you can buy with confidence from me, just like I bought with confidence from them. So these are gorgeous. little gemstone and sterling teardrop earrings. They are about 1.25 inches long. Very classy looking. And here comes Earlene to model them for you. And there it is. Beautiful. So classy. Wow. Thank you so much, Steph. This is a great, great box. So these little gemstone and sterling earrings, I'll put them back in their little $40 bag right here, but I'm not going to sell them for $40. Let's see, they're going to be number 5 for us. And I'm going to do those for $15. They are very classy little stunners. Okay, I gotta get another handful. If there's more than 30 in here, 30 pieces, we'll stop at 30. Okay, oh wait, do we have more garnets? It's cold and it's heavy, and I bet we have more garnets. That's the same color thread that's on the necklace. So I wonder if this was a set at one time. So I'll offer a price for the bracelet, and then I'll also offer maybe a discount if somebody wants to buy them as a set. So yes, we are looking at a lot of garnet right here. There's not any sterling because there's no closures or metal on here. Without stretching, it's a stretchy, but without stretching, it sits easily at 6 1/4. Here's what it looks like on. Let's get it unrolled. There we go. Very, very pretty. It's about 1 inch, not 1 inch, just over 1 inch. Wide this way, and of course the width will change depending on how it has to stretch to accommodate whoever wears it. It's about 1.5 inches across, just sitting unstretched like that. So gorgeous. Let's see the necklace. What did we ask for the necklace? 20, and that's because you got garnet and sterling on it. The bracelet here is going to be number 6. And wow, this gorgeous bracelet with all of this beautiful handiwork in it. Wow. So we'll do the bracelet for let's do that for 10. So that would make $30 altogether if you wanted to do these as a set. So we will we'll say 10 for the bracelet, and then it's 20 for the necklace. But if you want to buy them together as a set, we'll do the set for 25. But I just noticed something too. Let me make myself a note so I don't forget. If you buy them as a set, we'll do 25. And then of course, if someone just buys the necklace so that all that's left is the bracelet, of course, then the option for it being a set will be off the table at that point, because I won't have one of the pieces to make the set. But these were not made to go together, but it's just, these were made separately by separate people at a separate time, probably. And it's just coincidental that this that the threads are the same color. And the reason I say that is because this is very definitely vintage, maybe antique. I don't think this style, maybe this threading style, would have been used at that time. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be as old as the necklace. And then when you look at the stones, these are more kind of chippy looking, and these are more like rounded bead shaped. So they weren't made to go together, and they are two slightly different shades. So the necklace, as we already talked about, is number 2 for $20. The bracelet, which was not made to go with it, and it doesn't match exactly, but it is both garnets. So the offer stands to still buy it as a set. And if somebody wants the bracelet for $6, it'll be $10. That's if they're bought separately, but if someone wants a set, it'll be $25 for the 2. So you can save a little bit of money that way. So now that I've maybe have thoroughly confused everybody, let's move on to number 7. This is really pretty. This looks sort of maybe Art Nouveau to me. It's not from the period. Let's see. The stretch is not the best. Actually, you know, I think I'm going to craft these. I'll let you know at the end of the video if I'm going to have a craft lot or if I'm just going to add the craft items to my own supplies. So for right now, I'll just call everything craft, and then at the end, I'll let you know if it's going to be a lot or if it'll just be my crafting supplies. So this is Adore's Treasures from the Heart. So maybe this is somebody's secondhand boutique. The backs look nice and clean. And it's just a little pair of peach colored acrylic prong set earrings. I just noticed my nails. Sorry about those. Didn't have time to take care of that before I started filming. So they were selling these for $3.99. We're going to sell those for $2. Number 7 for $2. These cute little peachy pinky colored earrings. These look very similar to some Kate Spade earrings that I got a while back in a thread-up box. Okay, number 7 for $2. So the reason I only have a short time to record is that my son is on his way home from school after having finished his exams, and I looked at Life 360 and I don't have very much time to finish recording before he gets here. So this is going to go in craft because it's missing a clasp. I might be able to find one for it, but until then, I'm just going to set it aside and move along to this. It's all different shades of green. Let's see, little stones and glass and ceramic beads. Have a silver tone. That looks like a little Christmas tree. Have a little silver tone closure and Christmas tree shaped caps. A nice generous extender on this. And there we go. This one sits high on the neck in its main setting, like at its main length. Let's see, probably around, yeah, it's an 8-inch drop. So a little high, but not a choker by any means. And then a nice 5-inch extender. So it can gain you another 2.5 inches of drop length with this extender here. So you have all of these colors, beautiful, beautiful earthy shades of green and gold, these purples and caramel colors, teal, pretty earthy greens mostly. That's a gorgeous one. And we'll do that one for, let's see, we're going to do that one for $3. It's really pretty. Very, very pretty. Oh, that would be a good one to go ahead and have on hand for St. Patrick's Day. If you wear green, have a family birthday that falls on St. Patrick's Day. Let's see, it's going to take me a minute to fit this thick necklace down into this little narrow bag. I'll be right back. Okay, got it in there. Number 8 for $3. number 9. Let's see, number 9's a repair job, which I would love to do on the spot, but I don't have time to do it on the spot. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a repair job. That's just a little thread that probably used to hold a price tag. Okay, yeah, that's just a little thread, a price tag thread. So let's keep going with it. We have this little deep purple, sort of aubergine colored rhinestone with this double halo of white rhinestones and these pretty little textured faux pearls. A quadruple strand, and it looks like a box clasp, yeah. And textured on the back. I think this is vintage. Very, very pretty necklace. Bracelet. Very pretty bracelet. And it actually may be a bit of a repair job because I'm seeing these are threaded in here. Let me make sure on that. No, okay, it was a price tag. So there we are. And let me give you the measurements. It is about 7.5. And I love this clasp on it. These faux pearls are sort of a champagne colored. And it's hard with one hand to get that clasp. So I'll just have to balance it and show you that's about what it would look like when you wear it. And it's not closed all the way. But that one's gorgeous. I think that's probably vintage. That's going to be number 9. And we'll do number 9 for $4. I love that deep eggplant purpley aubergine color. It's a nice color combination with the gold tone and the champagne colored faux pearls. And it's neat that they're textured like that. I really like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next handful. Oh, I dropped something. Okay. Wow. Oh, how cute. We got some nice things. Okay. First, this is a vintage brooch, and it's a Sarah Cove right there. This beautiful little gold tone brooch. You have every alternating petal is textured with sort of this plaid texture, and then the rest of them in between are smooth. And I'll clean all of that up. It has, hairspray or makeup or something like that on it. The pin is nice and straight, and the closure works nicely. It's about 2 inches across and is very pretty. Let's see, is that some dirt or is that a little chip in the gold tone? Okay, that's just dirt right there. Nice. This is so cute. Love these little Sarah Coventry falls into this category that I use just to help me sort of label things. This one's going to be number 10, and that category is, so we're going to do the Sarah Coventry right here for $5. I just call it costume classics, and it's those that have been around forever. And when somebody says Trifari, like after you've seen enough Trifari, you can kind of know when something looks like Trifari, or Weiss or Lisner, Monet, any of those. Sarah Coventry to me, and I am teetering on the verge of letting Premier Designs fall into that category for me also. This is number 10 for $5. This gorgeous Sarah Coventry little daisy brooch. So sweet. So yeah, I am teetering on the verge letting Premier Designs fall into my costume classics category, and this is just a category I invented for myself. You're free to use it though, and you're free to add whatever brands you want to it for your purposes. So here we are, some more of this beautiful, bright, very brilliant gold tone. It's a snake chain with a snake on it. He's cute with a little green rhinestone eye. Very simple little necklace. There's not an extender on it. Let me measure it outside the box. So it's about a 9 1/4 inch drop. And your little snake here is about 1 inch long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. And that's pretty. Number 11. And we'll do him for $3. He's a cutie. So you know I'm eyeing this right here, and I'm eager to test that. Oh, okay, it's not sterling. I can tell by looking. So that's number 11 on the little snake. So at first I was thinking this looks awfully suspect for being lots of oxidized, tarnished sterling. But I saw, right when I started saying that a minute ago, yeah, I noticed a little bit of copper peeking through. You can kind of see it a little bit right there. So it used to have a price tag on it, but we can't, it's been torn off, so we can't see what someone else was charging for it. But it is vintage. It has this a barrel screw clasp, which works nicely. So maybe this is pewter. So it's this hammered, textured, sort of brutalist look. Got these graduated discs, and they're hollow and puffy. And you can just faintly see copper showing through, and honestly, it could easily be intentional that copper is showing through like that to sort of add to that brutalist look to it. It has the look of tarnished silver, but it has that copper showing through, sort of industrial look. I really like that. And it's all graduated, but the biggest one, of course, right in the middle in the front, and they graduate smaller as you go up, and then these little beads up at the top part. And it's all metal. Maybe pewter is what I'm thinking. It's a 9 1/2 inch drop. That's really, really cool. I just got to see what the scratch looks like. I'm not thinking anymore that it's sterling, just because I could see that copper showing through. And it does have sort of a dull silver-ish, silvery looking scratch. I just want to see what it does. Yeah, it's some alloy that might have a touch of silver in it, because a few little flakes showed up and then just quickly disappeared. But that's a really cool necklace right there, especially if you like that more edgy kind of industrial style. This is number 12, is that right? What number was our snake? Our snake was 11. Number 12, and we'll do number 12 for $5. I love that. So remember, I can't guarantee at this point in December any sort of delivery by Christmas, but if you do want faster shipping, you do need to request ASAP shipping when you email me, because otherwise I assume that your package is going to be monthly, And monthly packages this month are going to ship on December 29th and 30th. But you can have ASAP shipping. You just have to ask for it when you email me. But even at that, again, this is December, so I still can't guarantee that it would get to you by Christmas because my post office won't even guarantee me that. So, so moving right along, this is a Chico's necklace, and I thought we were looking at something like that, but I think we're really looking at, this is the pendant, like this, and so here's our closure, and there's our Chico's tag right there. It's upside down, but there it is. Got a nice, pretty generous extender. That's about a 4-inch extender. And I don't see, I think this is probably an older Chico's because I don't really see this kind of style from Chico's very often. And when I do, it looks old. Usually you see more statement-y pieces with faux and real gemstones and things like that. Still with vintage Chico's, but I think older Chico's is, well, in my opinion anyway. I don't know for sure because I'm not an authority on Chico's designs, but I think this is older than your average Chico's. It does have a little bit of dirt on it, and it needs some cleaning. I'm not certain if this is leather, but I'll definitely figure out what that is, and I'll give it the appropriate kind of cleaning. I wonder where in the world, Steph, email me or something and let me know where you source these from. You've got such an amazing collection here. I would like to know how you find these. So the drop on this is 13 inches to right here, and then the pendant is 2 inches, and then you have this 4-inch extender. The metal work right here looks brass. It has a little bit of tarnishing on it right here in the middle of the pendant. And really, I can't tell if it's supposed to be like that. I bet it's supposed to be like that, and something used to hang on it right there. If this doesn't get bought like it is, I may craft with it. And by crafting, I don't mean take it apart. I might find something that looks appropriate hanging off right there and add to it if someone doesn't buy it as is. That's a very interesting piece. I don't come across more pieces like this from Chico's, except just once in a while. So this one's going to be number 12? No, 13. I almost double numbered for the first time. Or I don't know, maybe I've double numbered already and just don't know it yet. But this one's number 13, and right now I'm just going to do that for $5. If that doesn't sell by the end of the year, I'm going to put it in my project bin and try to see what kind of nice looking addition I can make to that pendant. Approaching the halfway point, and I don't know how much time I have left before my son gets home. But we will try to get it all done before he gets here. So this is a cute little rhinestone drop pendant. Oh, I thought this was one necklaces too. And a silver tone chain. I don't see any scratching. I don't see any tone loss. A nice 3-inch extender. And a simple little, actually it looks like crystals more, the way they've got that sparkle. I think that's more crystals. So we've got a pendant that's about 1 inch long, and the necklace without the extender is a 9-inch drop, and then you have a 3-inch extender and a 1-inch pendant. And here's the graduated pendant, these beautiful crystals, very sparkly, all nice, new looking silver tone. Let's look at the back, actually, these settings, as I'm saying that, because that's another place where tone would start to rub off. And no, I don't see any tone loss right there either. So this one is number 14. the silver tone and rhinestone necklace. And we'll do that one for, we'll just do that one for $2. It's a cutie. Very classic and pretty and feminine. I love this chain that's about to come up. It's laying there. I like this link. If I can get the thing to focus. I think I'm going to just put this in my supplies because I am always needing chains in my supplies. So that's where this one is going to go. Which means it's time for my next little handful. Okay, a little thread covered bangle. Looks like it's missing some rhinestones, so that'll go in craft. Okay, here's a pretty silver tone clamper that has a nice spring in it. Let's see, maybe new. I can see the remnants of a price sticker right there. But I do not see any brand marking or anything like that. There is some light surface scratching. Some of it might be dirt. Okay, that was a scratch with dirt in it, but there's a little tiny scratch right there. And this is older because the silver tone is sort of losing some of its silveriness. It's looking more like a sort of a yellowed silver tone. But it is still a pretty bracelet. Still has some life in it. That's about what it would look like on. And it's dimensional. There's a little side view of it. The profile. The size is about 7, yeah, just before 7 1/4, right out of 7. And it's oval. I really like that because it doesn't spin around on your arm when it's oval, or at least it doesn't for me. So, and there's obviously like a front and a back. There's this more narrow side that's meant to be the back. So when it's oval, the back will stay in back and the front will stay in front. And that's what I like about oval shaped bracelets. There's a good bit of scratching and stuff on there. So we're going to do number 15. We'll just do 15 for $2. It's in great shape. Possibly just got banged around on a store shelf. That could be where the scratching came from because it's, you know, still got that remnants of the sticker in there. And the spring in it is nice and tight. You know, like after a bunch of wear, a spring can get really loose and kind of floppy, but this one did not. And there we are. It's number 15 for $2. Okay, and next, I wouldn't be surprised if this is J. Crew right here. Okay, this was being sold for $10.99, and it is J. Crew. And it's pretty. I like these little sunburst things. Pendant, I don't think was the right word, and I couldn't think of the word I wanted, so they're just things. And there they are. So cute, bright, shiny. All the stones are there. This gorgeous brass J. Crew chain. There's your hang tag there. Lobster clasp. Not all J. Crew has the large senorita clasp, but the large senorita clasp is something that they're known for. J. Crew pieces are known for, but that definitely isn't the only kind of clasp they use. Here's the back construction on these. It has some nice weight to it, and it's very pretty. And whatever this said, Treasures from the Heart, I think. They were offering it for $10.99. Let's see, we'll do it for, let's do that one for $8. That's going to be number 16. Oh, wait. I didn't give you any of the information about it. So the drop is 7 inches. These things are about an inch across, about 1.25 inches across, and then you have a 2-inch extender. Yeah, well, 3-inch. So that's all the information there. And it's number 16 for $8. That's really pretty. Okay, this is a shell anklet. I'm going to put this into the craft lot. I typically don't get many takers when I have these shell chip pieces, but I know some people like them. So I'll put that into the craft lot, as will this little bangle, which looks like it may, actually maybe it goes with this one that was missing the rhinestones. Yeah, that'll all go in the craft lot. Okay, this is a watch band, which will go into the craft lot also. Let's see if it's got a brand on it. It says something right there. Oh, it says stainless steel. Okay. And I don't see any branding or anything like that. But it's a very pretty watch band. Oh, wait. There is brand. Golden Air. So actually I'll research this. I don't know if it'll go in the craft lot or not. So yeah, I'm going to research this one and I'll get back to you on that. Next is this little silver tone and black glass beads. Yeah, that's this antique silver tone with little faux pearls, these gray faux pearls, and little rose beads, bicones, little acrylic wavy beads right there, and clear and black glass beads. Just a simple little toggle bracelet. It's about 6 1/4. Here's how it looks on. And that's that. That's a really simple one. And it's number 17. And we'll do it for $2. I think I just heard my son's car door. So at least I'm more than halfway through. Let's see if I can get this wooden necklace done before he comes in. So the pendant on it has this little cutout on the front and the back. Has a couple of little wooden beads here at the bottom. And wooden beads all the way up. And these sort of reddish colored. And then maybe oak sort of colored. And then a copper toggle. There we go. And that's it. It's just a nice little simple, another simple one right here. Just a simple little wooden necklace, nice and boho looking. It's an 8-inch drop, and then the pendant is from here all the way to the little bottom of the beads at the bottom is right at about 2 inches. Beautiful, beautiful colors. A nice look for anyone who loves boho. I have 2 family members who are very much into the boho look. And we're already on number 18. And we'll do this gorgeous little boho necklace right here for $3. And that's a nice deal on a pretty, nicely made little wooden necklace. Number 18. Number 19 is another silver tone bracelet, but this one has these pretty little colorful glass bead, or glass beads on it, and alternating with these little silver tone beads. And some of the silver tone beads are these little textured ones. And a toggle closure. Nicely done. This bracelet is very nicely done. The size on it is, it's a 7. And let's see if I can, nope, I don't want to risk breaking it, and it won't fit over my hand that way. So there we go. That's how it looks on. And it's super cute. Number 19. Silver tone and colorful glass beads bracelet. And we'll do that one for, we'll do that one also for $2. I am loving this box. Judging from how much is left, I mean, there may end up being some stuff remaining for another show. So the next little handful So my son just walked in the door, and he's bringing in his things from his dorm. When he goes back, he will be in the same room, in the same dorm, but they make everybody bring everything home over the Christmas break so that it's a military college, and they do things different. So, and it's not really a dorm, it's a barracks. So yeah, everything's different. So you may hear him moving things in and out while I'm finishing up this recording. So this, I just noticed this right off the bat, so I'll go ahead and mention it. It needs some cleaning. I can't tell if that's tone loss or dirt, but the right silver polish will definitely clear up that question in pretty short order. If you've seen some of my videos about that, you will know what that means. But this is a really pretty necklace. I took it out of the box so I can go ahead and give you the length on it. The drop is 17 inches. This really pretty pendant is about 5.5 inches. And no one gets the credit for this, but the weight of it, the feel of it, and everything reminds me of Chico's. But there's not a maker on it. There's no kind of marks on it whatsoever. So there's this really nice mesh chain. I don't know what type of chain this is, but it's like a 3D. It's all the way around, and it's sort of meshy, but a little heavier than it looks. It's not heavy as in a heavy chain. It's just heavier than it appears to be. And then this part of it, this is heavy, and it's just this again hammered sort of brutalist look. And you've got the chain tassel coming down from it. And then the necklace comes out from the top of it. And it's simple, but really nice. And I'll put that in the cleaner. And I'll put up here on the screen somewhere whether that was dirt or whether it polished up. If it polished up, I'll pop a picture in of the finished polishing job. But this is, oops, I dropped my pen. Or my Sharpie. This is number 20 already. Okay, we're almost done. So I almost finished before he got here. So this is number 20. And let's say we're going to do this one for $6. And I will discount that if this is actually wear and I can't improve the look of this chain. I'll discount that. And I'll put that information on the screen as well. And if, as is commonly the case, I forget to put all that stuff on the screen, just have some grace with me and email me and say, hey, what about that necklace number 20? Was that dirt or was it wear? And then I'll let you know. I used to have a necklace very similar to this that my mom picked up for me when she traveled to Spain. And it's these little glass beads, at least mine was glass. Yeah, that's glass beads with this button closure. This part of it looks exactly like mine from Spain. And the pendant is very similar, just a different design. So mine was a round pendant on this resin backing. And then just inlaid shell and mother of pearl design on the front. It's 2 inches across. The drop on it is 8 inches. Has this little button closure. And it's just very classic and pretty. And someone had to sit down again and use their hands and their time and their intellect to piece all of this together and create that beautiful design. I always have, I don't know, it just kind of gets me to look at, this represents someone's time and someone's care and handiwork. Someone had to put their hands to this. So anyway, I know I can sound kind of overly deep at times. I know it's just a necklace, but when people get craftsy, that sort of gets me in the heart. Anyway, this is a beautiful necklace, and it's going to be number 21. And it's going to be $5. And now I just got the notification on my phone that my battery is just about to die. I have about 2% on my battery, so I need to go charge this thing up, and then we will pick up where we left off. Okay, getting a little bit of charge now on my camera so I can get back to it. Here is a little cuff bracelet, rose gold tone, pave set rhinestones with these little teardrop shaped little settings that they're sitting in. Little rope style, delicate narrow band, and it's just cute. Let's see, this is about 8.5, but it's a cuff, so there's some adjustability there. That's how it looks on. That's really cute. That is very cute. So just a little rose gold tone cuff with pave rhinestones. We'll do that one. What are we on now? 22. I stepped away for a minute and lost my place, but I can't blame it on stepping away because I lose my place when I'm sitting right here. So can't really blame stepping away for that. We'll just do that for $1. It's cute. I made a crafting. I'm sitting here looking at some things. I made a crafting video, and I was at the point where I was ready to start editing for that, and then lost all of my footage because I was deleting some old things and accidentally deleted that and emptied the trash before I realized what all was in there. So I'm going to show you some things I crafted in a different video, but unfortunately you won't be able to see the crafting process. But if you like that kind of thing, don't worry, because I'll be doing some crafting, probably a lot more of it after the holidays, just because there's so much going on during the holidays for us. And the place where I do my crafting is our dining room table, and it's going to be pretty busy in here in our dining room for the next, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. There's not really anywhere else I can go because now everybody's home from college and stuff like that. So there's not really anywhere else I can go to do my things. One day maybe I'll have a dedicated workshop. That'd be great. But until then, I'll just have to wait until after the holidays to do my crafting, or my crafting videos. So this pendant is almost 4 inches long. It has sort of a tribal look to it. Okay. Hopefully right now you're not seeing a really weird transition. I realized that I was filming the first part of this in portrait orientation, and so I stopped it and switched it over to landscape. I'll try to fix that in editing, but I don't know if that will fix or not. But what I was just starting to tell you is that this pendant has sort of this tribal look to it. It's got these panels that all, articulate down from each other, and these long spikes at the bottom. It's a brass tone. This is not brass. It's not heavy enough to be brass. And it's got a little bit of tarnish, a little bit of wear, and could use some cleaning. And it just goes over your head because there's not a clasp to it. The length on this, well, I keep twisting my camera around. I'm having to keep my camera plugged in so it won't lose charge while I'm doing this video, and the cord is really short. So I don't have much table space at the front, in front of my light box. So the drop is 15 inches on the necklace, and then I said almost another 4 inches, or actually exactly another 4 inches on the pendant. And then the pendant is about almost 2 inches wide from here to here. But that's another cute one, but it'll just be $1. And it's as is. I'll try to clean it up as much as I can. And this one's going to be $23 for $1. Almost every time I move, the cord to my camera is up here above the light box. So whenever I move, I'm bumping the cord, and that makes the entire camera scoot around. So I apologize for all the motion. Hopefully it's not going to make anyone get seasick. So here we go, number 24 this will be. We have a watch. This is a Gruen watch. Long history to that company, actually. I did a deep dive on them. I didn't video that. Maybe I should do a talk about them. But it's a very, very old company. So this one's broken. The clasp right here is broken. But someone may still... Oh, no, wait a minute. Maybe it's not broken. Okay, no, it isn't. It isn't broken. I just saw this little wavy line right there, and I thought something was missing. But no, it isn't. So it closes like this. The end threads through. I'm trying to do it without my fingers being in the way, like that. You can see it threading through under here. And then this snaps down, just like that. So that's the closure on it. So no, nothing is broken at all on this. And the tone looks great on it. There's a little bit of tone loss around these corners. This is Gruen 10 karat rolled gold bezel and a stainless steel back. The bezel is, this part around. And once I did a deep dive too, just for my own education, to find the difference between plating, rolled, filled, overlaid, and all of that. And all of that has, there's very distinct definitions for each one of those. But this is really pretty. Just this delicate lady's watch by Gruen, 10 karat rolled gold bezel, which is around here. And what that has to do with is the thickness of the layer of gold that's on here. Rolled, filled, vermeil, all of those have distinct definitions of how thick, down to the micron, how thick the layer of gold is. But there it is. It's very, very beautiful. It's a ½ inch across on the square face. And let's see, the longest it can be, the largest size it would fit, is almost a 7 or right at a 7. And then it'll just smaller from there. You can just really make it whatever size you need it. The smallest it will go to is, you know, like a toddler size, which hopefully you're not buying it for a toddler. I think because of small parts, that's probably not a wise idea. But anyway, again, I digress. The Gruen watch is, let's see, we're going to do that one for $15. Actually, no. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm going to do that for 15. And that'll be 24. Oh, not $24. Number 24 for 15. And as is the case, whenever I have watches, there is a place in my town that will install watches and batteries for $5. That includes the cost of the battery and the cost of installing the battery. And if you would like, I can have them put a battery in, and I will just pass that $5 charge on to you. I don't make anything on that at all. It's literally, I just add whatever they charge me for putting the battery in, I just add that to the price of the watch. So I'm not making anything more on it. It's just the price of battery installation. And sometimes I've had them do that and then found out that even with the battery, the watch was not working. In those cases, if you've already bought the watch from me and paid for it and everything, then I will either refund your money or I will go ahead and send it to you and just refund what you've paid for the battery as you wish. You just let me know which one of those you would prefer if it turns out that the battery doesn't, or it turns out the watch doesn't work even with the battery. Just let me know if you would just like your money back or if you would like me to still send it to you and just refund the cost of the battery. I will do that. But anyway, the Gruen watch with the 10-karat rolled gold bezel and stainless steel back, possibly, or definitely vintage. And I would say possibly antique, but I don't think this type of band would have been made long enough ago for it to be antique. I'm not sure on that. If Marilyn's watching, I bet she would probably know. She is excellent at dating older antique jewelry. But this is number 24 for $15. Okay, here we have an earring. I don't know if it's going to be a single, so we will set it aside. Actually, so it won't be a distraction. I'll go ahead and take it out of the box, and then if we come across the match, I'll get it. So this is SU. Usually that means 925. Yeah, right there. Made in China, and that's what the SU means actually too. If you ever run across that SU, that means made in China on a sterling piece. And then right here's the 925 mark. Right here is where it says made in China. So let's see, the clasp works great. And we just have a textured sterling little chain bracelet. And it looks like it has sort of a gold wash on it. And a little bit of dirt. You can definitely clean that up. But that's really pretty. I like this gold wash. It's sort of a matte gold wash and then a glossy gold wash, alternating with these stripes. And then it's just silver on the other side. There's no kind of extender on it, so the size is the size. And the size is about 7.5, 7.25 to 7.5. And here is what it looks like on. That's pretty. I will clean this. I'll just wipe it down. I won't put it in the ultrasonic because I'm afraid of damaging this gold wash that's on there. So I'll just give it a wipe down for whoever might be interested in this. This is really pretty. I love that really light wash on it with the alternating stripes. So we've got now number 26, right? No, 25. So instead of double numbering this time, I was trying to skip one. Number 25, and let's see, we're going to do that one for $9. A nice sterling bracelet. It's really pretty. The chain is in really great condition. This is the back side. You could probably actually wear it. It's sort of concave a little bit too. It's sort of rounded more on the top. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but it's sort of concave here on the silver side. Maybe it'll show it better that way. I don't know if you can tell or not, but yeah, so you could wear it with the silver side facing out or the gold wash side facing out. Number 25 for $9. Okay. I love these chain tassels. Is this a lariat? No, this is a knot, which is really cool. Okay, there we go. So it's a short necklace, relatively speaking. The necklace is from, you know, here to here, just enough to go over your head. And then the rest of this from the knot down is just chain. It's 2 chains with tassel at the end. Well, not 2 chains, it's like the 2 ends of the chain. I'm not going to make you sit. I can work that out, that kink right there. I can work that out, but I won't make you sit through that right now. But the 2 ends are sort of this chandelier style tassel. It's funny, among tassels, I have some buyers that say, you know, I like this, but make sure you take that tassel off. I actually had someone say, I hate tassels. I can take them or leave them. I generally don't wear tassels, but not because I hate them. They're just not really the first thing I go for, I guess. I'm generally just not a tassel lover, and that's not to say that I hate them. Maybe that's a more clear way of saying it. But then there are some people who buy from me who, you know, are like, I love all the tassels. So people definitely have their opinions on tassels. So the drop on the necklace part of this down to the knot is a 10-inch drop, and then these chains that hang down from the knot down to the bottom of the chain, you have one that's 12 inches long and one that's 11 inches long. So they hang sort of like this. There is a little bit of discoloration, very light amount of discoloration in the back here, but it isn't on the back, so it wouldn't really show much. And actually that will probably shine up nicely, and that may not be wear, that actually could just be dirt. So this can definitely do well in the ultrasonic, so I'll put it in there. Some of the chains that are in the tassel are the same way. They look like they could have some dirt on them. So I'll definitely give this a bath. But there's no maker on it. This sort of reminds me of Premier. It just has that sort of feel to me. So let's see, this is number 26. And let's see, we'll do that one for, we'll just do that one for $4. It's going to get a nice bath. I'll shine it up. And if you're you know, I need to see it, I'm going to try, or not, I need to try to get a look at that before I spend money on it. You can always ask for pictures of anything that I say that I'm going to work on or polish or clean or something like that. Before you buy it, I'll make note that if you are the first one that asks for it, I'll make note that you were the first one, and I'll let everybody else know that it's pending while I'm getting pictures of it for you. And I'll give you, I'll give you enough time to make your mind up on it. And then no obligation if you decide, well, that doesn't look the way I wanted it to look now that you've polished it up, so I'm not interested. That's okay. I would like to know that. So all that to say, this one will get cleaned up, and just let me know if you want to see pictures of that result before you buy it. And here we go with number 27. This has a tag on it. HG. I do not know that brand. It's just little sparkly beads and a little tassel, little cloth tassel. Dainty and delicate. That's it. Just sort of peachy, champagne colored, tiny little faceted beads and a little cloth, little tan colored cloth tassel. And the brand HG, which I am not familiar with. The length on this one is 11 inches on the drop. The little tassel is about 1.5 inches long. And it has this hang tag, but there's not a closure, so you just stretch it over your head. And that little cutie will just be $1. Number 27. They're definitely going to have enough for a part 2 on this. Because we only need 3 more pieces to finish out, and there's a lot more than 3 pieces still in this bag. Okay, and here we go. Let's start right here with the elephant in the room, or the llama in the room. We have this little llama or alpaca, probably a travel souvenir. He has his little saddlebags on, a little bread in his saddlebags, and will he stand up? He will. He's about, let's see, let me give you some good measurements on him. We're going to offer him up for sale, or her. About 2.5 inches tall from ear to foot, and I guess across his body about 1.5 inches. Little silver tone keyring attached, little googly eyes. This is probably alpaca wool, I would guess, or maybe llama wool. Do llamas give wool? I don't know. But it's cute. Very, very cute. And we'll offer that one up. And I might end up going over 30, and I think if it goes up to 32 or 33, that'll be fine. I'll have enough lines on my page to catalog up to at least 33, I would think. So this is, what number are we on? This would make it number 28. And we'll do number 28 for $3. Our little alpaca or llama key ring. That reminds me of Emperor's New Groove. That was one of my kids' favorite movies. I really like David Spade, so I enjoyed that movie just because of his humor. Let's see. What do we have here? 29. This pretty little delicate butterfly. He's kind of, well, he's delicate, but he's chunky. Kind of thick there with these amber glass colored rhinestones and little clear rhinestones. I don't see any, well, I don't see any branding or marks of any kind, but what I was about to say is I don't see any loss, no tone loss, no scratches. It's a very yellow gold tone. I don't see any tone loss here either, where you would normally see it showing up first. So this is really pretty. It has a drop of, let's get that straightened out right there. About a 7 1/4 inch drop and no extender. And that's super pretty. I like the little details. We can see the outlines around the body and the wings, and the antennas there are separate. That is super cute. It's very delicate and feminine. That's going to be $29. And we'll do number 29 for $4. That is really pretty. So I wonder how many we're going to end up with here. I see a couple of things that are going to go in the craft lot. And you probably see them too. 29 for $4. And the craft lot is this that I just saw. Or craft lot items. Because I already saw those bracelets that look like this that appeared to be missing some stones, and then this that I saw, another one like this that looked like it went with it. So let's get all those together. And actually I found another one right here. Okay, so far 3 of these, and they have, oh okay, well that's crafty anyway because it's losing some of its thread wrapping, and there's missing stones it looks like. So all of that will go in craft. Oh, you got the little beads falling off of this one. Okay, so what do we have here? This sort of orange sherbet colored enamel over gold tone. Earrings. Okay, the closure is nice and secure on these. And you have these little dangly, they look like genuine pearls. Let's see. Yes, those are genuine pearls. They've got a nice size to them also. These little hoops without the pearls just remind me of Kate Spade. But then you have these little pearls dangling from them. And actually the way these are on, very easily removable. So you could wear just the hoops like they are, and then you could hang this on a chain, wear it as a necklace, or you could put it on other earrings. So very versatile. Actually, these little pearls may not even be original to these earrings. Somebody may have just done that to dress them up, and that means that if you buy these, you can wear them like they are, or you can wear just the hoops, and then you can take the pearls and hang them on something else also. I like pieces that I can like change up and wear different ways. Let's see, the hoops are about a 1/2 inch across, and then from the top of the earring to the bottom of the pearl is about 1.25 inches. And we'll bring out Earlene to show you, actually I'll show you both ways. I'll show you with and without the pearl. Here comes Earlene for anybody who needs warning. Okay, that's what it looks like with the pearl. And then let's take the pearl off so you can see what it looks like with just the hoop. And there we go. That very much reminds me of Kate Spade. And it's just a like a light sherbet orange in the color there. Okay, again, Adore's Treasure. I wonder if that's maybe the name of the place where Steph gets her jewelry from. Okay, We'll do these genuine pearls. Very versatile earrings. Is this number 30 that we're already on? It is. It would be the last one, but no, we're going to go through these as well over here. So number 30, and we're going to do those for $7. Genuine pearls. Convertible, versatile, little enamel gold tone earrings. Actually, you know what? Let's change that. I'm going to make that $6. Yeah, number 30 for $6. Okay, this is, there we go. This is a ring with a glass stone. It has some gold tone flaking off and some gold tone loss right there. And yeah, this is craft. The gold tone is flaking off pretty bad on the inside, and it's got this crease that I wouldn't be able to hammer out. So this one's just going to go into craft. But just so you know, it's a little over an inch across this way, and right at or just under an inch across this way. And that is going to go into craft. Next, oh, gorgeous. Look at this big tiger eye. And that is a genuine stone, and it's a large genuine stone. That's an inch across this way, about 3/4 of an inch this way. Look at this pretty setting that it's in. It's prong set. In this gorgeous brass setting with all of this detail around the edges. Look at that. Solid on the back. This is vintage, I believe, just by the look of the setting. This nice little veil. I don't see any wear on it. I think this is probably brass. Can't say for sure on the pendant right here anyway. This chain is not brass. It's not heavy enough to be brass. It's just a textured gold tone on the chain. A piece of tape or something right there. Oh, I bet it's a flake of something that came off that ring. But back to the chain. Little textured gold tone. Spring ring closure on that. I think maybe this chain is not original to that pendant, just because the pendant's brass, and typically you're going to see the chain, the metal in a pendant is going to be the same, and if it's not the same exact metal, at least it'll be the same color, and these are not the same color. It might not be coming across on camera, but this the chain is more bright, more yellow than the pendant, which is more brassy looking. So there's not an extender, so the length is the length, and the length is 12 inches on the drop, and the pendant overall from the top of the bail to the bottom of the setting is about 2.5 inches, and then all the way across the setting is about 1.5 inches. The stone itself, as I said earlier, the stone is 1 inch across. Did I say 1.5 earlier? The stone is 1 inch from top to bottom, and it's about 3/4 of an inch across the middle. That is gorgeous. Take another look at that. The reflection of the lights in my light box sort of get in the way, but hopefully you can see that. That's just a beautiful piece of tiger eye. And that one's going to be number 31. And we'll do number 31 for $5. for that gorgeous piece of tiger eye set in this nice brass prong setting. That's very, very pretty. I think that's a vintage piece. Okay, and 32. We're going to have to test this and see what that stone is, because it's definitely a stone. And then there's this, I don't know if this would be called a bale. I don't know if those are called bales or not, when it's this kind of thing that you string like a cord or a thicker chain or something like that through it. But then I know this is a bale right here. This is called a pinch bale because the stone is drilled like this way instead of, you know, this way. So it's drilled across this way, and there are pins on the front and the back of this bale, and it's opened up. You slide it down and you actually pinch it shut so that the two little prongs meet in the middle inside the stone. So this is called a pinch bale, from, you know, where the leaves are right here. And then this thing, I don't know if this is called a bale or what this is called, but that's it. This is a gorgeous deep, deep blue with this turquoise blue veining in it. And I have to see, this is just silver tone. All of the metal up here is silver tone. But I've got to see what this stone is. So I'm going to turn the gem eye back on. Okay. So let's see what this is. It's not really giving me much. I kind of rushed the calibration, and maybe I'm paying for it right here because it's, you know, doing that weird thing. Let me calibrate it right here for you and for me. Let's let it go through its little routine. It'll be ready to calibrate when I see a blue and green light here. If I only see a green light, I have to turn it off and back on and start over. So I'm hoping for a blue and green. Good. There's my blue and green light. So I touch the probe to this little glass disc until the needle comes down to the glass reading. And then the lights will change. There we go. And I put it down on the simulant disc until it goes over to diamond or calibration and beeps. Okay, and then now it is ready. Let me actually clear. The gem eye also has this where you clear oxidation off of your probe. And it just helps your reading. Okay, so let's see what we get. Anything? Okay, it's not showing up as anything. Let me make sure that we're working well. Okay, yeah, we are working well. So what I'm thinking, maybe this is a stone that's just not going to give a reading, and some stones don't. And the reason I say I believe it's a stone is because it has like this little fissure right here that follows this vein. Like it has things to it that look like it's natural stone. Like the veining is consistent from the front to the back. Like I said, you've got these fissures like right here that follow the veins. Those are all clues that this is actually a stone of some kind. Now, whether it's naturally this color or dyed, I don't know, because I don't know what the stone is. It has the look of turquoise, although I've never heard of any turquoise this color. So I'm not really sure. Anybody who has an idea what this could be, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. But meanwhile, let me get this turned around. There we go. So this is just silver tone here. You've got your pinch belt through, you know, it is dyed. I can tell that it's dyed because of this little ring right here where the hole is drilled. It's a different color down inside there. Or is it? It's still blue, it's a little bit lighter. I don't know. But anyway, I like the detail here. It is very pretty. If you would like a chain with this, let me know. I'll add a chain for $5 above the price I quote for just this pendant. But I'm about to research this pendant really quick and see if I can find out what that is. Okay, so this is called Sea Sediment Jasper. I didn't find out whether it's actually dyed or not, but it does come in other colors. And it's not terribly expensive, but it is gorgeous. I love the rich colors in it, whether it's dyed or not. It's very large. And I saw some that went for $60 to $70, but those were Southwestern native, set in sterling and all that. Pieces that were just set in base metal were, you know, around the $10 to $15 range. So I'm going to offer this one up. Oh goodness, I'll offer this one up for $6. If it doesn't sell, it's probably going to go on a purse charm. So this is number 32. $5. Blue Sea Sediment Jasper. It is from the top of, no, I don't know if this is called a bale again, but from the top of that to the bottom is about 3.5 inches. The piece of stone is about 1.25 inches across. So this is beautiful. And I guess around half the price of what they go for on eBay. And it's going to be a purse charm if nobody buys it as a pendant. But there we go, number 32 for $5. That's closing us out today. And I really, really appreciate the time that you've spent watching this show. And I hope you enjoy the content I bring to you. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Please tell your friends about my channel and ask them to come give it a look also, and ask them to also give a thumbs up and a comment and a share. And I will see you